Am I audible?
Yes.
The greatest gift I ever had came from God, and I called it Father. Understand? My dear fellow Toastmasters, honorable guests, and lovely children and girls, a very warm good evening to you.
Good evening.
The rain was pouring down, and the river Peria was flowing high. But despite the gushing water, there was a man swimming across the river. He was holding the hands of a 4-year-old little boy. He placed the boy on a small rock, which was a little bit far away from the shore. The boy was laughing with happiness when he was playing in the water. But this laughter turned into a cry for help, when he suddenly slipped from the rock into the water. He screamed and cried for help, but nobody came for his rescue. The man was swimming close to him, but he never came for his support. The boy struggled in the water, screaming loud, but eventually he had to stay afloat, and he did it. The man was strengthening the boy, strengthening his strength to fight. My dear friends, that young little boy was none other than yours truly, and that young man was my dear father. My father never taught me how to live, but he has shown through his life how I ought to live. Born in a very backward village, where even education was not in the dreams. My father was never sent to school. But all of a sudden, he declared, I am going to go to school. The poverty did not allow him the luxury of being a regular student. Many days, he used to reach school very late, that too after helping the agricultural laborers. There has been so many instances he has been kept out of class for not wearing a shirt or coming on torn clothes. The stiff resistance from his family members added to his agony. But he never turned up. He struggled extremely hard and came up with flying colors in the school. He was the third rank holder of the state and the first matriculate from our village. I too was a student of the school. The fame of my father was so high that I was finding it extremely difficult to live up to his standard. I will narrate one incident. There was a mathematics teacher for us. He was an old man. One day, being a poor mathematics student, it was very difficult for me to solve mathematics problems. One day, he given us an assignment, but I could never go a step forward. He came to me and asked, Basheer, who is your father? I helplessly looked at him. I know what is going to happen. Again he shouted, Basheer, who is your father? The moment I said, Mr. Abubakar, he started beating me and shouting at me. You know, he was my student who was brought fame to the school, and you are going to defame him? He kept on beating me, and still I feel the pain when I'm talking about it. Maybe the mark's still there. After school, my father joined University College. The only thing that accompanied him was his poverty. He joined, instead of joining the hostel, he joined in a hotel room along with the hotel workers. In his college studies, he joined NCC, not because of the passion to become a cadet, but he will become richer with 2 bananas and 1 boiled egg. He used to tell me, that was a heavenly gift for him in the NCC. He could not buy even textbooks, and he has written copious notes, by handwritten copious notes. And instead of buying record books, he used to buy it himself. But his all efforts became fruitful. He was the university topper in the job paper geography and the 5th rank holder in his degree course. Soon, he joined Travel Rivals, a company near to us, and rose to the position of political manager. With his strong personality, dignity, and truthfulness, he gained respect in the entire village and the neighboring places. The greatest ever gift, the most valuable gift, what he has given to us, was our education. Because he strongly believed that the strongest character could be built only through education and hard work. My dear friends, I have been tremendously influenced by my father. Whenever I used to come across a problem, wherever I have a critical situation, I used to take a pause and think what my father could have been done in this situation. Every time, the answer was quite obvious. Struggle and lay afloat at the way what you have done at that time. Keep your struggle and build your strength. Build your strength and find your potential that is buried within you. Now, my father is a grand old man. His age is 91. He has one his memory has started fading. He is even finding it difficult to walk. But he never succumbed to his weakness because he is believing in his own strength, the strength to fight. Whenever I used to get a chance, I used to take a lot of time, I used to spend a lot of time with him to inhale the great potential, the great energy that I can receive from him, and which will add to build my own strength, the strength to fight, the strength to lay afloat. My dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, the message I am carrying with me today is the strength to build, the strength to fight. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Over to you.
Request all of you, please observe 1 minute silence.